Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura and I'm the Carpe Diem Stitcher, so called because I've got so much to sew and so little time to do it in. So I'd like to start off first of all by giving a warm welcome to all my lovely new subscribers who I think have probably come to me from my collaboration with Jess over at So What If I Sew. We both filmed a video introducing jackets that we're going to make, and I'll give you an update on mine in a minute, but I'll also link our introduction videos down below in case you haven't seen them and you don't know what on earth I'm talking about. So welcome to everyone who's joined me. If you haven't subscribed yet but you like what you see, then please do hit subscribe, and if you click the little notification bell, then you'll be able to get notification of every time one of my videos goes up. So what have I been up to? Well, I'm going to call this video Friday Sews on a Saturday because pretty much it is a bit of a chatty catch-up. So I'll fill you in on what I've been doing around the jacket, and I've also got some fabrics and a pattern to share with you, and another purchase which was an impulse buy this evening, which I'll also mention to you. So it's Saturday night. My husband's doing the cooking in time for the England-France football, and so that's why if you can hear noises in the background, I apologise. I was going to film sitting in my chair with the door shut, but I have company. So if I turn the camera around, you'll be able to see, hopefully. If I turn the camera around. Oh, don't seem to be able to turn the camera around. But I've got one of the cats in with me. I can turn the camera around, but I shall have to pick you up. Hang on a minute. Let's turn the camera around. Can you see? Hopefully you can see, and if you can't, I'll edit it out. There's Lovejoy, who is lying down on my sewing chair with full intention of going to sleep. There you go, I'm back with you. So the last video you saw was my book reviews, which I hope you enjoyed. I actually filmed that before I filmed the video for the collaboration with Jess. Thank you to everybody who commented on lining colour. Seems you all really like the red, and I am going to try to get the lining out of the red fabric if I can, and hopefully I'll find out tomorrow if I can. So I have had to go back up north again because sadly we've had another death in my immediate family, so that's 2 within 5 months. So that's been quite hard, and I was away again for another week because of that. So not a whole lot of sewing has got done. However, I'm now back and I have been getting on with tracing the pattern. And the pattern I am making is the, let's just show you again. It's this one. It's the Burda 115 from last month's Burda. So just this jacket, and it doesn't actually have lapels there. It's a kind of inset, so it looks as if it has lapels but actually doesn't. And I'm doing that version of the pattern, but I am taking the pockets from a different pattern which fundamentally uses the same pattern pieces. I'm taking the pockets from there, which is welt pockets instead of patch pockets. So when I spoke to you last time, I wasn't too sure what size. I'd started tracing, and I think I'd actually started tracing the wrong size, because then I got a jacket out that I already own, measured that, remeasured me, measured the pattern, which is not easy on a Burda pattern, and decided that I should be making a size 38 on the bust, a 40 on the waist and a 42 on the hip. I think I said last time, technically I am over the size 44 hip, but it looks as if there's a fair amount of ease in the pattern, so fingers crossed. And I'm only making it in an old pair of curtains anyway, so if it goes wrong, it's a non-wearable toile. So that's all fine. So not a problem there. Have I told you what I'm wearing? I am wearing Me Made. You'd be surprised if I weren't. It is a Tilly and the Buttons Nora made out of remnants from sewing lots of other Tilly and the Buttons Noras for myself and my mum. So I've made my mum a purple one with a zip down the front. I hacked the pattern, and also a leopard print one with a zip down the front. I have a leopard print one the same as this, which you actually saw in a very recent video. I have a rainbow one the same as this, and I have a unicorn one the same as this. And it's a straight halves on the front, but on the back it's actually quarters. So you can tell I was really trying to use things up. I'll pop a photo in there. And it has a label in it from Little Rosy Cheeks which says I am unique, because I defy you to find one of these in the shops. But I love it. It's toasty warm and it's really cold here in the UK. So anyway. So yes, I have been getting on and tracing the pattern and adding on the seam allowances, and I am very nearly there. I just have to trace off the front and the back, and the front and the back for the lining. So hopefully I'll get those finished this weekend and hopefully get to start cutting the pattern out. So that's what I've been up to. And I'll show you some fabric I've been buying. So I ordered this just before I disappeared up north again, and I literally hadn't got around to opening it. I've literally just opened it now, so I don't rustle too much on screen. But see what you think of this lot. All the fabric I'm going to show you is the new fabric is from Poundland, and they were having, for most of the time when I was ordering, they were having a 10% discount, and I think that was because they'd won an award, some kind of mail order fabric shop award. Anyway, they had 10% off, so I bought some fabric. So excuse me, I'm going to have to keep bobbing down. So here's the first one, which is kind of like a wool boucle type fabric. I don't think the composition is actually wool, but I just really liked it. It's very heavy, but I think this will make a really nice skirt. That's the plan, to make a skirt out of it. Really heavy, feels quite soft actually, and it's got, I don't know, move my coffee out of the way so I don't get coffee all over it. Can you see it's got these little speckles? I love sort of splodgy fabrics. That's really right up my street, so I got that. So if they've got them in stock, I'll link all these fabrics down below as well. But as I say, they all came from, did I say Poundland? I meant to say Pound Fabrics, honestly. I'm losing the plot today. And then I got a whole load of these. These are the cable look fabrics. So you may have seen that I have made a, used to be made by Jack's mum's, Waves and Wild hot coffee top, and I made it out of a purpley version of this fabric, and I really like the fabric. I find it sews up really well, and I really need a thicker black cardigan, so I bought some black. And then I'll come back to that one in a moment. I bought, oh good, I found my list of what I actually got. So I got 3 meters of the greeny speckled, and it's a speckled wool blend fabric. And then I bought 2 meters of everything else that I'm going to show you. So that's the same fabric in a kind of teal colour, and that's going to become a sweater dress. So I saw Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl ages ago made a Nina Lee South Bank top. No, she made the dress in the same colour as this, and I thought that was really nice. So it'll either be that, or it might be the Tilly and the Buttons Billy, but with a Tilly and the Buttons Freya top cowl neck on it, because I keep meaning to do that hack. So it might be that instead, because I've got a high neck kind of deepish blue sweater dress already, a ready to wear one. And then I got, excuse the rustling, I got this, which, oh gosh, that looks really orange on camera. It's not. That is absolutely brick red. Can you see? It's really bright. It's kind of, think Little Red Riding Hood, scarlet. So same again. And again, that is going to become a dress. Either a Nina Lee or a Billy with the Freya cowl. Or, I don't know if I've got any other sweater dress patterns. But something of that type anyway. But I really like the colours, and because they had the sale and because I really like wearing my hot coffee, I just went ahead and got them. So they were £9.50 for a metre, yeah, that's right, £9.50 a metre, so £19 for 2 metres. So I just went ahead and got them. And then the last one at the time, she says, that I bought in that fabric was this one. So this is a kind of pinky, it's like a dusky rose pink. Actually, it's coming up fairly true to the picture, to the colouring on the camera. So I got this one because my mum had seen a picture of me in my hot coffee, and I'll pop a picture of that up there for you. And she saw it and she said, oh, I really like that. I really like that. I'd really like one of those. Please, will you make me one? And I said, yes, of course. What colour? And this is going on text. We weren't together at the time. She said pink. So had a look through the different colourways, and that was the only pink they had. So I ordered that. And then when I saw her when I went up north recently, I showed her the picture of the pink, and I said, there you go, that's the pink I've got. And she went, oh. And I said, well, it was the only pink they had. And she's kind of like, okay. And she looked really disappointed. And I said, well, I showed her the colours, and I said, well, look, is there something else you'd rather have? Because she liked the look of the fabric as well. And I actually had my own hot coffee with me at the time, and because I wanted her to try it on for sizing. And she tried it on for sizing, and she said, I really like the purple, I really like the one you've got. So I said, well, look, do you want me to give you it? She said, no, it's yours. But I do like it. So I went back to Poundland, and I've ordered some more purple. So I can make her exactly the same as me. And we don't live anywhere near each other, so it's fine, it doesn't matter. But it did amuse me, really. So I think the pink, if I haven't got makeup on, but I think if I had, it'd probably be fine. So that will become something for me, not for my mum. And then she'll probably come down and say, actually, I really quite like the pink. Will you make me something out of that as well, please? But we'll see. That's fine. So this is going to become a hot coffee for my mum. And because she wants exactly the same size, that's going to be really quick and really easy to do and whip up on the overlocker. And obviously I've got all the pattern pieces cut out and everything, so that will be fine. And then from the original batch from Pound Fabrics, I got this. Final lot of rustling, I promise. And this, that's interesting. It's much more burgundy than I thought it would be. Actually, I thought it would be. It's described as purple. Actually, it's kind of burgundy purple. It's looking a bit brown on the camera. It's fine. I don't mind. I quite like burgundy, so that's fine. And this is a plain wool blend fabric in purple, and this was £9.95 a metre. The green one was £3.50 a metre, so you know it's obviously not an expensive fabric, but it feels pretty good for £3.50. This was £9.95 a metre, and I bought this. I got a couple of metres of it because I wasn't at all confident, and maybe I'm still not, but we'll see, that I might not completely mess up making the Burda pattern that I'm making for my collaboration with Jess. But once I got into it and started tracing it, I think it'll be fine. hopefully, she says. But I got that as a backup because there's another pattern that I really like of jackets, and I will put it up here to show you. And it is called the, hang on, just check on my iPad, I think I know the name. Yeah, it's called the Folkwear 133 Unisex Belgian Military Chef's Jacket, and I'll put a picture up here. But it's kind of like, you see, it's like a round neck, and then it's got like a flap, and then it's got buttons all the way down the front, and it's quite short. And I really like that, and I think that fabric with silver buttons all the way around the front all look great. I really like kind of faux military style jackets. I've got a ready to wear one, which is black with kind of gold braid on it, and that looks really nice for an evening out. I wore it on holiday, but I really like that. So that was a kind of backup, and I thought, well, I might as well get it, and then, you know, I can always make it at some other point. So that was why I bought that fabric, and I've got the PDF pattern sent through to me from the fold line. I've had them print it, so I've got that. So that's ready to go at some point as well. So that's all the fabric that I've got left to show you, or got to show you. My other purchase tonight was a bit of an impulse buy. So Over It, I'm on their mailing list, and they're doing a discount until midnight tonight, so it's what, 10th of December. They're doing 20% off their masterclasses, and I've bought a couple of those because I really like the Stitch Sisters tutorials. I quite like learning from videos. So I've bought one around introduction to pattern drafting for trousers, so it shows you how to make a block for your own trousers. And as you've probably heard me say on this channel before, I'm really scared of making trousers, and I really need to just get in there and do it. And I thought this might help because it might it'll take you through how to measure yourself, where, you know, how to create your own block so that you don't have fitting issues, and then how you can compare that to other patterns. So I bought that one, and I also bought their jeans making masterclass. Because if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll know I really want to make jeans. And again, it's the same thing, I keep getting put off. And that gives you their pattern for the ultimate jeans, which actually isn't one that I was thinking of making, but at least I've got it, and I could follow that through if there was something that I was uncertain about. So I bought those because they were on discount. So if you're interested, let me know, and when I get around to doing them, I will do a review. So please let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. Okay, so what I'm going to be up to in the next few days, couple of weeks. So I have to go north again because we have the funeral of my relative. So I'll be going north again in about a week's time. And I've also got a research project to deliver for work this week, but I'm hoping that I'll pretty much have got the work on that done by the early part of the week, and I'll have a bit of time to do some things in the evening. So my plan is to finish tracing off my jacket and to get that cut out, and particularly get the lining pieces cut out, so I can see if I can get them out of the red, or if I need to use the kind of pale turquoise that I showed you before. Actually, it's not pale turquoise, it's kind of like an oceany green. And I really want to do that because I've got part of my stash in a space saver bag on the floor, which is where the lining fabrics came from. So I really want to work out which one I'm going to use and put the other one back and get that back in the wardrobe, because it's been on the floor for ages and the cats keep trying to climb in it and all sorts of things, and it's just in the way. So I really want to do that. I want to make the hot coffee for my mum out of the purple fabric, which, as I say, should hopefully be a fairly quick sew. And the other thing that I want to do, which I've shown you before, this is from Jenny Stitches, and this is also for my mum. She wants a Uvita by Itch to Stitch. She wants the same top I've got. I'll pop a picture in there, but mine, as you see, is bright pink with telephones with cats on, and unsurprisingly she didn't want that. So I'm going to make that for her. So fingers crossed I'll get all those done kind of. I'll be seeing her over Christmas, so fingers crossed I'll get all those done kind of around over the next 2 weeks and things. And I also want to finish some, you might remember ages ago I said I was going to sew some clothes for some new arrivals in our team, and if I don't watch it they'll be at university by the time I get them sewn, so I'm also hoping to get those sewn up and out of the way. And I've got a t-shirt on the go for Steve, and I've still got my Tilda dress on the go. I mean, if I'm completely honest, my sewing has just been really erratic over, well, really since June, because of being away. I've worked out I've spent over 2 months away from home in the last 5.5, 6 months, so I haven't done a whole lot, or certainly not as much as I would have done otherwise. So hopefully in the new year things will settle down and I'll be able to get more sewing done, and I'm really looking forward to having a decent break. I'm due to finish work on Thursday this week because it's my short week, and I'm not going back until January the 9th. So hopefully we will be able to have a, difficult to say a good Christmas when you've lost 2 relatives, but a peaceful Christmas, and a Christmas in which we have time to remember our relatives, and but hopefully in a happy way with lots of happy memories, and to have a bit of a rest, and then hopefully I will get some sewing done as well and have something to show you fairly soon. So lovely to catch up with you all again. I hope you're all finding time to do some sewing. Do please let me know if you want a review of the masterclasses, so please let me know that in the comments or anything else. I love to hear from you, and as you know, if you've commented before, I do always reply to all my comments. So that's all from me for now. Hopefully I'll be back to you with a catch-up next Friday because I'm not working that day. So I hope to catch up with you all very soon. Take care. Bye for now.